Good morning. Yes, now today's presentation is on Power Query, Power App, and Power Services. So here we can see that the Power View. Power Query is a tool for extract and transformed load, that is ETL, that is lets you import and prepare your data for use in Microsoft data platform. So it includes the Power BI, Excel, Azure Data Lake, storage, and data savers. So the Power Query editor is the graphical user interface to Power Query. So the Power Query M is a for short is the functional programming language used in a Power Query. So the DAX is the other programming language available for Power BI. DAX is used for the data analysis rather than ETL, and that will be learned to the more about the data camp and DAX cheat sheets. So an expression is a single formula that return a value, and a query is a sequence of expressions that are used to define the more complex data transformations. Queries are defined using the Latin code blocks. So the introduction to the M language. So the M language, also known as the Power Query M formula language, is a powerful functional language used in a Power BI and Power Query to the manipulated data. So the Power language is integral to the Power BI and Power Query, as it is provide the underlying code that runs the data transformations and processes. So when we use the graphical interface of a Power Query to perform tasks like filtering, sortings, or merging tables, M code is generated in the background. So this code can be viewed, edited, and returned manually to create a more customized and complex data transformation process. So further, the Microsoft Power Query provides a powerful data import experience that encompasses many features. Like Power Query works with the data desktop analysis services like Excel and Power BI workbooks, in addition to many online services such as Fabric, Power BI services, Power BI app, Microsoft 365's customer insights, and much more. So core capabilities of a Power Query is to filter and combine them to mash up the data from one or more rich collections of supported data sources. So the Power Query architecture is look like that. The data sources on the premises, that is your CSV, Oracle, and SQL Server, which is connected with the data visualizations like your desktop, tablet, mobiles, and the iOS systems. So how to accessing YAM in Power BI? So YAM code can be seen in Power Query editors in the ribbon click on the transformations of the Power BI query editor. So the Power Query transformation types. The list of the transformation operations we will study in the articles, such as in the form of rename operations like rename data source, rename columns, rename query, change in the data type of the column operations, and format operations. So the remove operations are remove row operations, remove column operations. Next point is, what is the Power Query editor? So the Power Query is a data processing and mashup software which is used as a part of Power BI desktop. It can be in two modes, or like desktop or online. So after making the desired changes, the transformed data is then loaded to the Power BI desktop to fetch a final output of the that report. Next point is, why is the data transformation required? So in the scenarios where we upload data from varied sources, be it in the internet, any Excel file, or a SQL server, or any other sources, generally the uploaded data is in the next to the desired format. So therefore, before loading the data directly on a Power BI desktop, we load the data on the Power Query editor to make the required transformations. After that, the data transformed, it's then loaded to the Power BI desktop to create a final report of the particular data. Next point is, why the or what is the Power Query editor? So the Power Query is a data processing and mashup software which is used for the Power Query editor, is a part of Power BI desktop, And after making the desired changes, the Power Transformations loaded the data to the Power BI desktop and fetched the final output. So these are the references which we can use for the Canvas apps and the Power BI. Yes, thank you.